Hi guys. Alexa, stop. Hi guys. So today is Friday and we're going to go over some direct instruction, and then you have to take your reading quiz on Edmodo, and it is for a grade. So as you can see, I turned on some music through Alexa to help me study and help me focus. Just take a deep breath. We got through the first week of learning, yay, online. I wish we could be there and present. You could raise your hand and ask for help as you guys normally do. But remember, if you need anything, just type it on Edmodo, and I will be more than happy to help you guys. Now remember, just relax and calm. You're gonna have the weekend now after your learning today. So let's get started with the direct instructions so you can get over to your reading test. So remember, try your best and focus and think about it and use your context clues. All right, so today in direct instruction, we were going over point of view, specifically the author's point of view. And the author's point of view also relates to the author's purpose. Why did the author write this text? And a lot of reasons is because of their point of view. So sometimes a point of view can be the narrator, it can be the characters, or it can be the author's feeling about something in the story. So it is a story or a poem that is told, and the narrator's characters or author's feelings about something. That is a point of view. So it's basically anybody's feelings about the story, who's in the story, or who is telling the story, or who wrote the story. Now, one thing is, first thing you need to do is you need to figure out who is telling the story. And if it is a story, sometimes it could be text, you guys. It could be an article. It could be an advertisement on TV. It could be in a magazine. So you first have to figure out who's telling that story. Is there a character? Is there a narrator? And if not, it would be an author, okay? Then, what do they believe? So you're going to ask yourself, what do they believe? Not what do they believe you can learn, like a lesson you can learn, but what do they believe? Specifically, what is their opinion? Now, we talked about opinions before, and that was like the last week of school before, the last 2 weeks of school before we went on spring break. So, opinions, remember, are those facts. They're not facts because they're not true, but they're true to someone. So it's a statement you can argue with. Like for instance, my favorite color is pink. So I think pink is the best color in the whole world. Well, you know, a lot of people will disagree with that. So that is an opinion. It's my opinion. A lot of people would say blue is the best color in the whole world, which I disagree with. So it is a statement you can disagree with, and you're going to be looking for that in your text. So when you're reading, make sure you're underlining when you see those statements. So you should have read it, and you should realize that, hey, this isn't a story. Let me share my screen with you. This was not a story. This was the, well, not an article. It is an advertisement about computer games. And with advertisements, you know that somebody's trying to get you to do something, buy something. All right, so let's jump right into our learning. So, number 1 says this passage was written mainly to, okay, so this is like the author's purpose. Why did the author write this passage? Why did the author write this advertisement? Well, an advertisement is to get you to buy something. So I'm thinking to get you to buy computer games because it's up here and it tells you 4 different types of computers. Let me see, read the answers. Here we go. Oh, my eyes itching. All right. This passage was written mainly to give information about computer games. I don't think they're giving you information. I mean, they do give you some, but I don't think it was mainly written just to give you information about computer games and what they are. Let's see. B, persuade people to buy the games. definitely think that's what it was, especially since they tell you how much they are. That is $15.95. And if you get all 4, you get them only for $50. So I definitely think that it was written to get you, to persuade you, because remember, author's purpose, there's only 3 reasons to, it's pie. Remember, it's as easy as pie. Persuade, inform, or entertain. And this definitely gets you to do something because it's an advertisement to persuade you. It's not to explain how CD-ROM games work, because they didn't tell you that, because that's how you know this article is old, you guys. It's CD-ROMs for computer games. We don't use CD-ROMs anymore for computer games, which I thought was really funny. So you know this is old, and it doesn't explain that to you in here, because some of you might not even know how to use one. And D, entertain readers. This did not make me laugh. It did not make me want to keep on reading. It did not make me want to go out and buy the next book of it. So this is not for entertainment. All right, let me clear that off. It is definitely to persuade people because it is an advertisement. 2, which idea from the passage is an opinion? Which idea from the passage is an opinion? Whoever that, remember, it's something you can argue with. Something that someone can argue with. Let's see. Melmo Software has 4 new games. Melmo Software has 4 new games. Well, that's a fact. They do. They have 4 new games right here. Look. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 new games. So that's, you can't argue with that. No one can say, no, they don't. So let's do the next one. G. Each game comes on CD-ROM. Well, that's also a fact, because it says here, right here, it says each of these new games come on CD-ROM. So that is a fact. You cannot argue with that. They do come on it. So not that one. H, games cost only $19.95 plus tax. Again, that is a fact. You can't argue with that. That's how much they cost. And J, these are the best games on the planet. You could definitely argue that, because I know a lot of you would say, no, these are not the best games on the planet. Some of you would say like Minecraft, or I don't know, Fortnite is the better game than these games. So yeah, that is definitely an opinion. So J is the opinion on that one for number 2. All right, let's clear all that off, and let's go to the next one. If you wanted to know what life was like for the Pilgrims when they landed in America, which game would be the best choice? Now, when you were reading the advertisement, you realize that Melmo is selling these games, 4 new games that will knock your socks off, and they are educational. So you realize, okay, they're educational. So each game has a subject like you learn in class. And they're asking you, so this first one is Space Pirates, and if you read it, you found that this one is science. So let's look at the next one, the Crazy Cooking, and you realize that it gives you math skills. Time Machine, you realize, gives you history. And Word Search gives you vocabulary and spelling skills and the English language. So there you go. Each one gives you a subject to learn about too. So which one would apply to the Pilgrims when they landed in America? Well, think about this, you guys. When did we learn about Pilgrims landing in America? We learned that in social studies, which is history. And Time Machine deals with history. So if you wanted to go back and see what Pilgrims were like, you would have to use the game Time Machine. So that required you to stop and think there. All right, number 4. which sentence from the passage supports your answer to number 3? So number 3, we said was time machine. You would play time machine if you wanted to learn about the Pilgrims when they landed in America. So let's figure out which one tells us about that. In Crazy Cooking, you make recipes? Nope, we're talking about time machine because we're supporting our answer, because you always need to support your answer with text. And we even had it over here. Let's see, time machine lets you go back to any period in history. Yep, that one's the one. Wordsworth takes you on a voyage through the English language. Nah, we're not learning about the English language. We're learning about Pilgrims when they landed in America. And Space Pirates lets you zoom through the galaxy. Nope. It is definitely G, because G says time machine and history appeared any period in history, which is Pilgrims when they landed in America. So yeah, G definitely supports our answer. All right, so let me clear that one off. Let's go to number 5. You can learn math skills by playing math skills. Well, remember we came over here. I erased it already. But remember we said Space Pirates was science. Crazy Cooking was math. Time Machine was history. And Word Search was the English language, which are those vocabulary and spelling skills. So if you wanted to learn math skills, you would have to do Crazy Cooking. D. So that's just going back in the text and looking for those keywords like math. All right, next. 6. James went to the store and the new games. Which word suggests that James took a close look at the games? This was one of our vocabulary words a long time ago, and would a close look. So took a close look. Would that be inspected, noticed, spotted, or saw? Well, a close look, when you inspect something, you're looking at it very closely to see what's going on. And that's why people are called inspectors, because they look at clues and they look at a crime scene to try to solve it. They have to look very closely. So if you chose F, you got it correct. All right, 6, 8, 9, and 10, you had to tell me the correct way to write that sentence, the part that was underlined. It said, look at the underlined part of each sentence. Choose the answer that shows the correct capitalization and punctuation from the underlined part. If the underlined part is written correctly, mark correct as it is. Now, I know we're not taking the FSA anymore, but I told you that would be an answer on the FSA. So it's the same thing here, because this was the FSA practice. So yes, these new games are great. So for that underlined part, yes, these, how would that be spelled? Well, it's not 2 sentences, so it's not A. C has yes and dot dot, so no, this is all one sentence and it's not breaking it apart. And it's not correct as it is, because you do need that comma there. Yes, these new games are great, because you're answering a question and you gave more of an explanation. So yeah, you do need that comma there. So it was B. 8. At the store, Mr. Murdoch waited on us. So when you have a proper noun, and specifically with an abbreviation, you know you have to capitalize both the abbreviation and the proper noun, the name of that person. And with that abbreviation, you need to put a dot after the abbreviation. So it should be Mr. capitalized dot, and Murdoch, M, should be capitalized. So if you chose F, you got it correct. Oh, and let me clear the screen. There we go. To do number 9 and 10. All right, guys, number 9. These games help children learn science, math, and history. So instead of saying these games help children learn science, these games help children learn math, these games help children learn history, you take it together, you put it all into one sentence with a conjunction, and since it's 3, then you have to put those commas and not just the word and. So you put it together, you put the and at the end of it. So this is correct. They wrote it correctly with that conjunction and the commas. All right, 10. Melmo Software Company is located in Ware, Massachusetts. Ware is a city, Massachusetts is a state. So those are proper nouns that need to be capitalized. Also, you have to put a comma in between the city and the state to separate them. Because like I said before, for instance, if you have West Virginia and you don't put a comma in between them, you would think it's the state West Virginia. But how about if there's a city named West and it's in the state Virginia? It would still be called West Virginia, but you have to put that comma there to make it a city and a state. So you have to be very careful so people know the difference. So where Massachusetts is this one, where is capitalized? Massachusetts is capitalized because they are proper nouns. And there's a comma because one is a city and one is a state, so you have to put a comma in between. All right, so great, you guys. Now, you guys did an awesome job. We're just going to check to number 10 today. So here we go. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. There, I guess. So remember, sorry, there's a little fly flying around. So remember, today you're going to now go and take, you're not going to do centers, you're going to go take your Friday reading quiz. It is for a grade. Try your best. Take your time. You do not get a second chance to take it. It's not like you just click, oh, I didn't do it well, then I can take it again. Nope. You get one chance to take this, so try your best. Take your time. Read it carefully. It's all the stuff that we've gone over this week. All right, but before you guys leave, I talked about clue number 1. And remember, clue number 1 said it's off the ground and pulled real tight. Use it for jumping to your heart's delight. Well, I have a second envelope, and this is clue number 2. This is going to give you a clue of what will happen next week in class. All right, this is very important. What's going to happen next week in class? Let me show you what's in here. Well, I have a person that looks like he's doing a split. Oh, there's more. I have a person that looks like they're like running. A person that with their hands up. A person that's like, looks like she's jumping. And I have a trampoline. Ooh, maybe something about jumping on a trampoline next week in class? Huh. What does a trampoline and the kids jumping on it have to do with online learning? I don't know. So next Monday when I see you guys, I will tell you all about it in morning meeting. All right, see you later. Bye. Take your test. Bye.